Hello, thank you for using the scan-based inventory system. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how to use it. So first off, when you download the file, you have to right click it, click on Properties, and click on Unblock. This will now allow VBA macros to work, which are a necessity. Open the file, you're going to see the Enable Content button, click that, and you're good to go. So, what do you see? First off, you see the home screen, you have your dashboard inventory scanner system. You can see how many items you have, your warehouse stock, what scans you did today, and your low stock alerts, what needs to be ordered. You can see your last 5 scans that you did with the timestamp, the barcode, the description, what's the quantity, inbound or outbound, and from which warehouse. And on the bottom, you have quick action buttons to go to start scanning or to the inventory report. On the top, you have a button to watch the YouTube tutorial, which you're now viewing, so I won't click it. You also have this reset button that's going to ask you to clear all the data. I'm not going to click it now, but I'll show you later how it works, and basically erases all the data here and lets you start fresh. So that's the home screen. Let's go to the scan items area. So you have basically 2 options here. You can auto scan or you can batch scan. So this is the batch scan. You can see that I've already scanned a few items and I can edit them, of course, and I can also add. So let's go ahead and just add an item. Let's say 1009. You can see in the batch, it will add it here. I can now change it if I want. If I scan another item, it will immediately increase the one that exists, you see? And even though I click enter, and this is of course simulating a barcode scanner, it's going to work the same, it automatically goes back to the scan barcode, so it's instantly works. So if you just scan like 10, 20 items, they will appear automatically. That's the batch scan. That's if you want to see like a table, and then you click on post batch, and what will happen, you're going to get this pop-up message, and your inventory will update with whatever you posted, right? If you go back to home, if you go to inventory report, then you can see basically now this is updated. Now what you have here, you have inbound, outbound. You have a warehouse to select. The options are here. So the warehouses are here, and the categories will affect the item database. We'll see that in a second. So I can select which warehouse I want, and I can go from batch to auto. If I go to auto, I don't have the button, I don't have the table, and everything I do will just automatically go into the log with the quantity of 1. Okay, so that's batch and auto. You can use that to manage your inventory. If you go to the inventory report, basically it's going to show you all of the inventory based on the warehouses and the inventory. This is just a pivot table, so you can play with it, you can sort it, you can do whatever you want. Here on the top, I've added just a few slicers that you can use, okay, if you want to see something specific, just for easy viewing, and you can, of course, change that as you see fit. That's the inventory report. Inventory count, this is where you can adjust the inventory. So here, unlike this layout where you see the warehouses and you have a grand total per item, which is important for understanding, here you can adjust on a specific warehouse level. So let's say I want to adjust, it's not -2, somebody makes a mistake, it's actually 5. And this one is 15, and this one is actually 0. So once I'm ready, and of course I can filter as well, but once I'm ready, I click on inventory count. It's going to ask me this question, do I want to post the inventory count? And once I do that, you can see that the inventory will be adjusted here and also here, okay? So this is quite useful in cases where you have mistakes or you want to have an inventory count and you see differences, so you can just do that very simple, very easily. Moving to the item database. In the item database, you adjust your basically your database for items. You set up the SKUs that you're going to use for the barcodes. Put your description. You can have a category if you want here. It's just an option for later for filtering or creating sort of reports. So it's nice to have sort of a category as a parameter. Minimum inventory, that's something you can use. This column will show you the current inventory. So the reason it's gray because it's a formula, so you don't have to touch it. And the need to order is also a simple formula, just going to check whether or not you have to order. And of course, you can just filter and just see all the items that you need to order. And this could be, of course, improved and a bit more sophisticated than that. But for now, that's what you got. To add items, you just click on the add new item and it's going to take you to the next available row, and you can start typing an item. Let's say 201, test, maintenance 5. And then when I go over here to 201, that immediately works. If I have here an item that doesn't exist, it's going to show me not found. That will tell me, look, I got to go over here and just add it. It won't fix this because this is static, but you have to delete that one, but you know that at least it's not found. So that's the item database. Last thing we have here is the log view. The log view is where you see all the events basically that exist in the log, and you can make adjustments to adjust whatever you want manually. Let's take a look, for example, on this item, USB cable. I have 18 in my main warehouse. If I go to log view, USB cable, first off, I can understand where this is coming from because I can see the events. Okay, sorted, of course. And let's say I don't want it to amount to 18. I actually think this was a mistake. I only accepted 14. Click on log, I get this pop-up message. This will copy everything and basically adjust the inventory. And now next time I come over here, I will see 14. So this is a dangerous but important feature that you can use. You can, for example, you can just delete all these rows and click update and it will just remove them. And that's how you can use this for correcting mistakes that were done. And the lists we covered before, categories and warehouses, very simple. So if you enjoyed this video, if you did, hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.